welcome back once again. And as we earlier said, AI is going to be our very interesting topic. It has transformed our lives into a whole new level. It has been a key pillar in almost every facet of our lives. Today we're going to be talking about AI, how it has impacted, for example, like we earlier said in our intro, education, how it has impacted the systems, the government's governing system, also everything that is related to organizing our lives. AI have been there. Today we're going to talk about education, how it has been affected by AI in the sense of updating the curriculums, updating the system of teaching, even the classrooms and its regulations and everything. We're very delighted to be having with us here in the studio Dr. Nasser Murad, a distinguished professor in telecommunication engineering and digital transformation. Good morning, Dr. Murad.
Good morning.
What's the story with AI? Usually, I'm one of the people who is not really oriented or with the last state of the art of AI system and all that and the latest techniques with AI. But if you could give us a briefing, where are we standing now from this revolutionary step?
AI started way back in maybe on the 70s and even before that, but was realized from 2004 onward. Now, AI is all about automating the automation itself. So, AI is all about learning with a routine, so you recognize the pattern. So whenever you give him any input, he can automatically recognize what he should tell you in terms of output. Today, we are on the urge of general AI is coming soon. Actually, it's available with Manus and other apps, and it's developing very quickly. The impact of the AI in our lives is very obvious nowadays. Things that we used to do, we're becoming more and more dependent on AI, which has positives and negatives as well, so which we'll talk about today.
Of course. So exactly what role do the AI education systems, such as the automated assessments or virtual tutors, play in supporting learners?
This is very important. So we're talking AI in education. The most critical part is we call it adaptive learning. What is adaptive learning? When we used to go to school together, long time ago, we used to have a curriculum that we have to know it by heart, and then we take examinations, we pass. Now, not all of us have the same capabilities of mindsets. So what AI can do or can help the students is make it a bit adaptive to them, so more relative to them. So it can take them for steps, some chapters, they could excel on it and others not. So he can recognize the pattern of the students, of his development, by assessing all the steps, his progress in real time, and customizing, let's say personalizing the content to the student himself to make sure that he gets the best out of this subject. This is one. Secondly, would give the teachers lots of advantages. First, it will give them enough time to develop critical thinking with their students. Now, since the AI will do the adaptive part and will do the modifications, the curriculum modifications based on the students' adaptation to the subject, the most important part which the teachers would work is in the critical thinking part. He would think about the output. He will explore more or less with the students the output, the results, to explore with more different scenarios and give them the chance to open up their horizon in terms of exploring lots of scenarios. So this is where we say that our students of the future or currently, they will be smarter, they will have more open-minded in terms of approaching problem solving as well. So that's going to be one of the advantages of AI.
Right. So in what way can AI help close the educational gap, especially with students with special needs, for example, compared to their peers?
Special needs is a special case, which they are very much emotionally, have like emotional issues, plus like ADHD, autism, and many dyslexia and all that.
Right, but can I get in here? ADHD and dyslexia are not special needs. Special needs are people with Down syndrome, and even people with Down syndrome, they have unspeakable capabilities. But
it's a
they
huge
have
spectrum.
learning difficulties.
Listen, today AI gives us the advantage for our kids, our students, that can translate text to audio. So whatever, if they cannot, let's say if they have sight issues, they cannot see. So all the text, all the books could be readable by voice, so they can listen to the voice. If somebody, let's say, he cannot hear, now text could be transformed into videos and displays to them to explain the subject. So the text to audio or the text to video and vice versa had helped or will help the special needs, which is the one you're discussing here, as well the others. Like I've noticed into the ADHD and autistic children, now they have lots of questions. They repeat same questions, and their mind is going like 200 kilometers per second. By having something, a unit out of which they can ask and answer back, it gives them the dependency. This is like the parents and the community used to suffer of their continuous questions. With the AI, something like, without mentioning names, they can ask and reply by audio directly. And I've seen it. And it does relaxes them, and it does contain them as well and educate them.
That system was made exclusively to answer the needs of such curriculums. But let us talk about something like dyslexia, for example. Dyslexia is it's a learning difficulty, which is, by the way, lots of entrepreneurs, very successful people had dyslexia before, and ADHD, by the way. They read the words. The only problem is that they read the words the opposite side. So how could this be sorted out by AI?
Okay, all dyslexias are already trained because they see things reversed. So the brain is trained. So for them, it is fine. But of course, if they wish to flip the text, it can be done automatically with AI. So it's doable. For the ADHD, out of which they lose focus. So this is, focusing is based on whatever that brings their attention to. So they are attached to something that really they care for. Now, with the adaptive learning, we go back to adaptive learning, it will detect what interests them. So it will emphasize on that and monitor their progress and report back to the teachers or the supervisor, so we can guide them through the journey to finish whatever subjects they need to finish.
So do you think AI, in that sense, when I'm hearing that, I could think, well, yes, in a few years, in a span of like almost like not even less than 10 years, like 5 years, almost 5 years, AI is going to replace the spot of the teacher entirely. Is it going to erase the word teacher from the curricula or from the system of learning?
No, it will not. It will not. So rest assured, no. But things will change. So the teachers will change into advisors, out of which the role would be, as I mentioned before, is to stress on the critical thinking part, as well into the emotional development part. Now,
exactly.
So the AI,
I was going to touch on this.
So the AI will manage the curriculum, more or less, will manage with real-time analytics to see the progress of the student, will manage in giving the students the best of the best for him to learn whatever is needed and more. Now, the teacher, his role is to focus into the critical thinking part of the students, to develop their brain, to develop their thinking, as well to develop them emotionally. in the society part. This is mainly is going to be the role of the teacher, which is going to be the mentor, is going to be the supervisor for this. So you'll have enough time as well. He'll not be doing grading, that all the time wasted in gradings, examinations, homeworks. He won't do that.
So the teacher is going to be somehow like sort of a moderator.
A moderator, correct.
Between both ends. But then it might strike
Plus the
somebody.
virtual, of course. Going to be virtual teachings and virtual tutors and all that in terms of augmented reality and on.
That makes
all
sense.
AI, which will help relieve the teacher as well. So as you mentioned there, is going to be a mentor as well as a supervisor role.
Right, but then anybody would think, those who are not really into that particular medium, would then raise a question that I've inserted an input into that system or into that robot or whatever, and I've fed him with all the information and everything. Would it be able to will I find reactions like a human being when it comes to wisdom, when it comes to critical, like you earlier kindly talked about critical thinking, ethical thinking, reactions like humans would have in some situations, like decisions, I mean war decisions, for example, political decisions, surgical decisions, I mean vital decisions. Will it we could reach that day that a robot or a system or an AI system could be able to replace humans in that particular decisive spot?
Okay, where are we today? Today we have done the AI, we have reached into the reasoning, so now AI start thinking, and there's two type of thinkings. Thinking, analyzing pattern, so repeats the same pattern. Another thinking is like human, which is neuro. It calculates what, if, else, and does all the measurements. It's there as well. Now where we are, now they started teaching the emotional element to AI. So he can sense and feel, same as us, more or less. Is this enough? Of course not, because we have intuition. But human has intuition. Sometimes we have the info, we have all the inputs. We don't give necessarily the same output. It's based on intuitions.
Exactly.
As well, which the AI doesn't have intuitions. The AI knows, as you mentioned, input, analysis, calculated, output. They could have emotions, yes, but not, as I mentioned, the what we as human use of intuition. So it's not there. But by this is where we are today. Now, super AI is coming maybe by, we hope not soon. I hope not soon. I hope. But all based on the regulations and framework that the world will put to control, not to let the super AI come soon. Because when it comes to super AI, he's going to be not intuition based, but we don't know how it's going to be really. We see issues currently in place, which is, we've spoken about it off air, which is the regulators. What is the regulations for these AIs?
And who's going to supervise that?
Something is very important.
What institution worldwide? I'm talking worldwide.
Is it reliable?
Superpowers.
Well, this is where, is it AI reliable? Do I trust the information output it gives me? Is he biased? Who programs the AI? Who puts what to say, what not to say? Who says if I open a subject about a political subject that you will not answer me straight? Who put these in? These are regulators. But the regulators are based nowadays on companies. There are two, let's say there's two parties in the world. There are the US AI, and we have, which is coming very strongly, the China AI. This is coming even now, it's power, there's a power shift happening there. Now, the regulators in US consist of multiple players. You've got the Google part, you got the Microsoft part, you got OpenAI part, and all. And each one of them, they do their own regulations. Now, there isn't a single body in the US, is in Cork, that manages the regulations for all these. Here in China, they have regulators as well, and therefore when you ask an AI on this party a question that he doesn't give you the right answer, what we do, we go use the Chinese AI to give us the answer, and vice versa. Why?
Can that work?
Pardon?
Can that work?
It works.
I mean, that has a totally different system, even language and everything.
Language now, it is not a barrier no more.
Because no, when I talked about language, I talked about language is not only a dialect or an accent or something that is related to linguistics, but it is a culture. It's a whole culture.
But
so if I was fed with a certain culture, how can I be able to act on the spot with another?
It is not. Okay, you are right. There is a culture issue, which all AIs, they have trained, they have read all the books that they ever been produced, they have read all the history, they have read all the cultural, they have got all the poems, even they can do poems like our greatest poetries. You can give them a hand, say, give me a, it will be the same. But it's not it. The danger is not here.
Where is the danger?
The danger is in bias. The danger is in transparency. The danger in security. Now let's take it one by one. Bias. Let's say I'm here in Egypt now, which is my home country town, which I care about. Now if somebody from the population itself, let's say, if they ask a questions, a critical questions, and I have my own AI, let's say we build our own AI LLM engine, Egyptian LLM engine, yeah? And inshallah will supersede, will become as, we're going there, we're in the good steps, we're moving forward, we're moving fast, we're adapting all these 3-4 players to come here, etc., etc., and we privilege all kind of knowledge just to gain the US based knowledge, the China based knowledge as well, and we build upon it. So we're moving fast. Within the LLM that we'll have here, of course, we can set regulations in terms of ethics, if like questions based on ethical problem, that we can teach that AI what to say, just not to be able to have chaos in the society. Now, this is what's happening in all the LLMs I've seen, even to security issues. Security issues, they could ask a security question, which you could find an answer not from the party A, you can find it in party B. You can answer it, which is dangerous. These are security, there should be hush. This is secured, not anybody should access these informations. Security element with AI, now cyber security. Now, can it be hacked? Now we say it's all based on GPUs and CPUs computer, yeah? Can be hacked? Of course it can be hacked. Yeah? Does it take an effort? Yes, it will take an effort, but can be hacked. But the danger is not here. All this, I would put it in one place, and then I go into the quantum computing, it's another place. When we move to quantum computing, this is where speed up, rather than having GPUs that gives you information or process informations, if anything like takes like 1 hour, with quantum computing it will process it in fraction of a second. Would it break codes? Quantum computing would break codes. Would quantum computing would be able to decrypt encrypted signals? It can do. So we will see in the coming era a bit of shifts in terms of programming, in terms of dependency on quantum, rather than the normal computer or GPUs that we see today in the data centers, which everybody's running to do. In Egypt, bifadlillah, alhamdulillah, Egypt, they have a quantum computing, and IBM, etc. Gulf, they started investing in quantum computing. China, they have 3 manufacturers for quantum computing. US, Google, they have quantum computing. NVIDIA, they started as well, another. So there's a race. So there's a complete shift. So when we say, we expect whatever is going to happen in 2030, I'll ask you the question, are you sure? Is it going to be next year? Why? Because we said, now we have a new beast. Whatever used to be done in 4 hours, it can be done in a fraction of a second.
That's true.
So, fraction of a second, 4 hours, 2025, 2023. When we say 2023, we say based on the 4-hour scenario. What about fraction of seconds?
That is quite interesting. Unfortunately, we ran out of time and had a dozen of questions on me. Maybe you can, if you want to promise from you, we can be able to continue on another episode. It's a real pleasure to have you with us here, Dr. Nasser Murad, a distinguished professor in telecommunication engineering and digital transformation. Thank you for coming to the
It's my
Breakfast
pleasure,
Show.
always my pleasure.
Best of luck.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to go to a short break and we'll come to continue the Breakfast Show, so stay with us.